EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New England Patriots. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
And while all the momentum is with the team on offense, how about the guys on defense having to make a quick adjustment now? Bad field position for them with the ball out near the 50. They've got to know that the offense could strike big right here.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to 48. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because they have to draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. But you look at this Patriots defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Down to about the 23.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave him no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dunk through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Here we go, throw it. Ready, what's that?
They'll run on first down. Witherspoon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down and 4. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They go play action with May. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with May. Firing quickly here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. May. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Patriots are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Open man right side is St. Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll throw with May. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. And his kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
First down, Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. In motion, the tight end. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Pats are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Crazy.
Off the play fake. Here's May. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Here's May. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To the air, May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't you practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's May. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that'll be called by St. Brown. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, it's Henderson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. They go play action now. May. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kyle Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And his offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are back within a score. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's May. Open man is tipped him. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Henderson now on 1st and 10. 20! And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Moves to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Crazy. What's that? What's that?
Throwing here is May. That is caught by Williams for a New England touchdown. A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots would extend their lead here just before halftime. Borregales now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, throw. What's up?
Looking to throw. May. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw, it's May. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. That is is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
May going to give it to Henderson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That his first catch so far. They held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On play action, May. He's got this to Pickens. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. George Pickens, 38 yards. And the Patriots are able to stretch out their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Open man right side is Rice. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this one too low.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Marte Mapu. And the Pats are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB. Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Lady, what's that?
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Crazy, crazy.
Off the play fake. Here's May. Finding Pickens for another catch. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
To George Pickens. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the Chiefs' 37.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Henderson running straight ahead. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
To the air, May. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. They'll run here with Henderson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll throw with May. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll try and run. Henderson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were thrown for a loss.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. down, Kansas City.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Mahomes going to throw. And oh, my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 78 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he stopped immediately there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go play action now. May. They'll try and do that. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Yards remaining on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
70 Lions, Cowboy 80. 19 Tiger, 9. Ready.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He tried to do it himself but couldn't find his way to the marker. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Person. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Mahomes. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Mahomes. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now 1st and goal.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow. I'm the blue lady.
Mahomes will throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Mahomes to throw it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
Yellow. Go on, 15.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Cougar 19.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel. And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
That is just a disaster by all accounts. It'll get marked where it went out of bounds, and this offense is going to start in plus territory. This is 1st and 10. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. One final try for Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game,